For today's second installment of our Innovation Fireside Chats, I will be talking to a classroom teacher and getting the perspective of what it looks like to facilitate innovation from the classroom level, which is, I think, an important perspective to look at because it's very different than thinking about innovation from the school or system level. Jason Byerly is the teacher I'll be talking to, and he is a PBS digital innovator and is generally recognized as one of the more innovative K-5 teachers in our school district.
Okay, my name is Jason Byerly. I'm currently an instructional coach. I've been at Canyon Lake Elementary this will be my 6th year, and I've previously taught 2nd, 3rd, and 5th grades.
So can you define innovation for me?
Okay, so when I think of innovation, I think of solving problems with solutions that have not been tried yet. So innovation is not continuously repeating the same thing over and over. So for example, if the issue is kids are not returning their homework, an innovative idea or innovation would be trying something outside the box, looking at the problem from a different lens, and seeing if we can address that issue with something that hasn't been tried before. Innovation is all about doing something new to achieve the goal you want. And so how that could look, and another example might be the issue is, playground bullying. And so what do? We look at what innovation is, looking at what we've tried before, and accepting that it probably hasn't worked, and then trying to come up with new and collaborative solutions to address that issue.
Why do you think innovation is important?
I think innovation is important because it solves problems. If we continually try what we're doing, and I think it's Albert Einstein who says if we continually try to do the same thing and expect different results, that's the definition of insanity. We are trying to continuously move forward and better ourselves, and so I think the way you do that is through innovative practices, innovative lens looking. How can we solve different issues with solutions that we have not tried yet? And so I think that's why it's important. We owe students, we owe community, we owe everyone. We owe them to do our best to move the school and move practices forward, and I think you do that by looking at every issue, big or small, through an innovative lens. So,
what do you think are the biggest obstacles to innovation from your position?
So I think cost can sometimes be an innovation barrier. Innovative practices sometimes require you to try new things, and so that might be materials, that might be tools, that might be programs, and sometimes those can be costs, barrier cost. They could prohibit you from trying that. I think mindset can be an innovative barrier. Hey, we've always done it this way. Why do we want to try something new? It's somewhat working. Everything in education works to a degree, so that's true, I guess, but an innovative practicer would always want to try to step outside that barrier and see if we can get even better results. So sometimes mindset and getting people on board with you and to get a group moving. Sometimes traditional school barriers, so like the physical building could be a barrier, so personalized learning is an issue or a movement in today's schools, and so that can sometimes be a barrier. I'm trying to move kids across physical classrooms. Scheduling, we've always done this schedule. We have to get kids into here on this time and here on this time, and we are operating because of how we serve them lunch and how buses pick them up, and so sometimes scheduling might be a barrier, and so there are definitely things that can get in the way that we currently do.
How do you overcome some of those barriers?
I think possibly through collaboration. So getting like-minded folks together and looking at the issues through an innovative lens and coming up with solutions. Using the design thinking process, starting with empathy. We will break down put out all the issues, throw them all out there, and then kind of work through them systematically. I think collaboration, is how you collaboration and having a mindset of it's okay to fail. We're going to try this. We're going to make sure we step out of the box and try something new because we owe it to everyone involved to try to improve our practices.
What do you think is the next big thing or the next big innovation in public education?
I think the personalizing of education is a big movement, and I think it's starting. It's certainly not everywhere, but I think the idea that you can take a student, a learner, where they're at and move them forward, and do that on an individual and systematic basis, I think is really intriguing compared to everyone. We have 20 different learners, they have 20 different needs, but yet we give them all the same content. I think that personalizing is and should be a big focus in the education world. So hopefully that is where much of our resources and energy is spent in the next time. So
Thank you.